I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is August 26th, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So your boy calling that shit, player. Come on, man. So if it was going to buy from here, we said it would come, most likely come down and squeeze out this breakout area. Bruh, what did we do? What did we do, baby? What did we do? We did that. Look at, by a tick or two. Look at that, baby. Come on. Now, I made it very clear also yesterday that because that 2 to 2.5, with that projection of that little higher from that low, I said that 3.5 to 4 would be here. So they're going to sweep and get some of that imbalance and breakout area. And that's exactly where we went, bro. That's exactly where we went. No, I'm sorry, here. Where am I at? There it is. Right there. See that? Look at this. See that? 3.5 to 4. See that's it? Look at that. Boom. Look at the 4, almost to the 4 is to the tick. Look at that. Look at that. Bruh. Can't mess that up. So what was essentially it's giving a retrace back more, another drive down, if you will. If I even did this structure, it's just like, here's the big move right here, right? And then this is the what's going on here? Okay, it's the first low, lower high, lower low. Now we're gonna come up and we're gonna do this shit, right? And we're gonna come up. And and I was mentioning very clear time distortion yesterday. What did I just do? Time distortion yesterday. So it's taking time, right? But ultimately it's bullish. So we've already retraced at a good area to wipe them out, right? And this is Wednesday, last Wednesday's imbalance right here. But man, there's so much fire to give you, man. I mean, I caught this bitch right here, just so you know. Where are we at? Right here. All right, this was a little fucked up right here at first, right? Okay, so we have this first imbalance from yesterday because that's Monday, right? That's dragged out, right? We're playing around here, opening range gap. We seal it, come outside of it, and then we're in this gap right here. Don't really need too much else than that. And then we don't really have a sweep here. We have that sweep right there, but this fails. So okay, what are you gonna do? Here's your real dump, pump, buy, sell, buy. Right, and watch the ranges how it goes. Man, look how these bitches are doing it now. Okay, look where these targets are right here where I'm showing you, and look how we just got to them. Well, we got it here too, right here. But come on, baby. Hold on one second. Man, come on, man. It's just too sick. So, anyways, that's at 3.5 to 4, and then we're driving up. But look at the structure going up here. I'm gonna draw it here. It's different, and this is how they get away with the shadiness. They push up, retrace back. Okay, equal low. That was already dirty, so that's the range right there. Then it pushes up here, then here, stops, retraces. See right there? So really, this is the whole range. And then when they flush like this, that becomes that 50% in a way, from this range from here to here. That's that. So they're doing all this shit. Then we flush it down. And then right here is that real equilibrium where it's fair price and buying it and blah, blah, blah. And then we came up for another drive. And then they had 2 drives up here. Put that internal liquidity in the middle. And then retraced it back. Boom. That's your 50. Okay, that's your 50 or your fair delivery. And then we pushed back up. We pushed up to here. Okay, and then they just did this to get some internal liquidity, just like I just explained these last fucking moves. And then we just pushed up now, right? I don't even know if that's a 50 or not, but it's just a logic. It's probably not. No, I can tell it's not a 50. From this range from high to here. So anyways, I'm gonna get ahead of myself. But this is the logic, this is the fire that we bring with the understanding and the movement. They swept. Where did they go? How did I get this fill right here? You know I fucking got in right here. How did I get in right here? What is that? Well, first of all, it's sweeping these lows. Okay, these guys right here, especially the induced before 9:30, they raid it. But what are they doing to the left? They get into that wick. See that wick right there, that 3 o'clock wick AM? Look how we tagged that. But what's right next to the right? Little liquidity. Someone's pushing their stop loss. That's their entry. Boom, we tag them. With that understanding of here and here. Okay, well, watch this. I'm already understanding this is the dump. It's coming outside that gap. This is the dump. Then what do? Immediately, before we even get up here, immediately I have these levels on my chart for targets. Before I even get to the explanation of going up, here's the target number 1. Why is that? Because look what they did here when we were talking about yesterday, is that might be the buy, it might not, and it might come lower. Well, that created a liquidity, and they were a lower high, and look at the gap that they're using on the highs right there, and in balance. Okay, perfect. What they did, they shot down once, they retraced with that big wick, and then they pushed down again. When we did this push right here, that's a shift of structure, and then it retraced back. That's your exchange of hands and switch of structure right there. Did you follow that? Maybe rewind it if you need to. Okay, now that I've mentioned that, that's my number 1 target. It's right above that gap. It's not even in the gap. It's outside the gap. I can't get more fucking clear than that. Okay, that's my object number 1. All right, so then what do? I get entered here. All right, we raid. All right, we push up. We have an imbalance right here. It's holding it. Look at the bodies on the 25% that's quadded. Okay, pushes up again, expands. We have that first imbalance right there. Okay, keep in mind. And then that's that Monday's imbalance. We have the 50% in the bold red of the gap. And then we have the quadded areas of the opening range. We have the, today's opening day gap. And then up top, that was the PM session's first imbalance that I have highlighted here. And then I'm obviously highlighting the new week opening gap. Obviously, if we're bullish, the best buys are underneath that level. That should go without saying, but whatever. And why did I highlight it? Well, because of that reason, and because we sold from it here. All right, that's why I'm highlighting. And why am I highlighting it above? Well, I got the projection here also from here to here. I did just the candles itself. That's a -1. All right, well, a -1. This is also the complete opening range high and low. Okay, then we have the macro kick in, pushes it off at 950. Beautiful buy. Okay, what do? Look at the -1. Where do we go? Oh, you don't say. But watch how we do this. Watch how I catch these 2 trades. This is what my goal was. I caught this buy, and then I'm letting it build. You know, you see the first imbalance, all the bodies sitting in there. We tag inside this bullish imbalance right there, and then look at that level right there. See, that's the 50%. It bounces right there. They're fucking nested. They're exactly the same level. Oh, and what's that right there? Oh, the first imbalance is literally the 50% of that is the same level of the 50% of the opening range gap. So you're telling me buyers and sellers did that? Here's fucking undeniable proof that it's, you already know, right? Look at that. That's perfect. It's 50%. All right. So they're using that. Okay. And then what are we doing here? We're on the top side of this Monday's first imbalance right here. I didn't drag it out because it would be nasty, but I'm going to do that for a second just so you could see it. Boom. Hold on. I'm going to bring it back. So I understand that the price actually, I'm above this. This is what I'm trying to do. But we also have that confluence of the first imbalance and the 50% of the opening range gap. What am I doing here? Well, I'm trying to get the legs up. So we push up, we come back. I allow this. It pumps up here, and then I get out right here. Why do I get out right here? Because time distortion, and we might get a pullback, and we might not hit this in my time frame. I want to trade from 9:30 to 11 o'clock in a perfect fucking world, right? Or 11:30, whatever, right? Okay, I would have to sit all day to be able to get this. I'm aware of that. I know the PM session is going to fucking do it. Look at they did it here. But this is my movement. Watch how I do it. Catch the buy here, push up. I get out right here, okay? Starts to play around. And it's now 10:30, and I'm trying to squeeze to get up here. What does it do? Plays around, breaks, lower high, and then it's retracing. It's a simple fucking retracement back. And I understand that we're gonna lead into the London close, and we possibly will retrace back. Why? First for the buyers. Okay, cool. What do? I get out. I'm sorry. I got out right here because I was trying to allow it to build up and push up, but then we got this dumbass candle, this 1056, and then it wouldn't respect this imbalance, and I knew that we were in trouble for keep holding. So done, like dunzo, 100 points. So 100 points up, 50 back, 50 up, more than 50 back, and then we get you 100 points again. Okay, I'm not moving too fast. So guaranteeing the profits and locking it in. Obviously, you don't know if it does want to flush again down here. It's not likely. This is most likely the low of the day. But anyways, when it pushes up here, that's a new leg up for a higher high, and then we're retracing back for the higher low. Then where do I buy it? I buy it right here. Why? We sweep. So we come right back to this area. Now notice how when I take this buy right here, first of all, it's London close, and I expect it to now kind of go up for lunchtime and continue to get into lunchtime. And sure enough, and I don't wait for it to hit this first imbalance to the tick at all. Okay, look to the right. They're missing by some ticks. I still buy it. Why? Because I already understand that we've already accomplished an agenda. We've already retraced back, and now we're on the top side of this. What do? I buy it right here. Look at the bodies sitting here. Right here. See that? That's that 25%, the daily gap, and this 25% of the gray gap. All right. So that's that logic of me buying here. Pushes up, comes back, bounces. It's a higher low. You're expecting the leg up. Look what I do. I buy it and I hold it right for where? This is where I get out for this trade. It looked very similar to that. I got out here for this trade. It wouldn't pan out. Guaranteed profits. Then I get buy again and push up, and it boom. We tag this guy right here, and then I squeeze up right here. I get out on this guy right here. This 1221. Look at the 1221. I allowed this first to come back for a second. I wanted to see it push up and expand like this shit. I'm looking for this, right? But it's not giving it to me. I'm aware of that. I'm making good decisions. Hope I'm not talking fast for you. And sure enough, right here, this candle, this 1221. Then I jam it. I jam the stop loss up here, and then I get stopped out with this candle. This 1223 takes me out. Guess what? It's lunch. I'm not messing with the day anymore. I've already accomplished my goal, which was what? Push up 1, push up 2. Good. Fucking good. Guess what? We never came there yet. Guess what? It fucking reverses for the rest of lunch. Am I involved? Absolutely not. But I almost wanted to buy this. I was like, bro, this is too easy. And I just said, nope, you're done. And I left it alone. But let me show you the fire. What do? Well, we pushed up, just like this example of the low to the high right here, this high. And then we retraced and flushed, and that was the real range. I understood that this was very possible too, which is this. I'm going to draw right now. This is the low. Okay. All right. And this high here and this high here are all in the same vicinity. It's the same levels. It's the same range there. And then we have a possibility of it retracing back underneath 50%, which is, guess what? Right there, underneath, right? So it comes back and it sweeps that. This is, then it comes and gets these guys right here by the fucking, right there. Do you think that's buyers and sellers doing that? Anyways, this is the real range. They're trying to do some type of confusion. It's not. Very slick. Oh, what is that? I didn't even have it moved over. I didn't need it. I wasn't trading the rest of the day anyway. I'm going to move it over just so you see this. Look where we're hitting. That's why I got this in bold. Look at, we come right back and we hit. Look at the body sitting right. This is at 50%, but it tags wicks at the bottom 25% of the opening range gap. And this is, come on, bro. Look at that. Okay, so now that I mentioned that, now that's that range. If this is going to keep buying and it's going to buy well, it's going to buy like this. And I was like, you fucking bitch. I was like, it's just amazing. I want an energetic leg and a straight shot leg. Obviously, you're going to get some pullbacks, but this is it. Look at this. It's just straight candles, miniature pullbacks, boom. Look how they snap. If you were watching this, you would have saw right here that it snapped to it first. Okay? Then it came in and then blew off for one more. They tried to get that guy for going back up. But this guy's still holding it, boom, and it rushes. So that's that leg, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying. And it's just fire. I didn't highlight the. I've been not lately doing it, but it doesn't matter because I don't trade it. But you need it for the next day sometimes. So 1 second here. This guy right here. All right, just fire. And I said it very clear yesterday. I'm just gonna keep going with the flow and keep it simple. Fucking that's it. I don't care what this market does, but I'm gonna keep it flowing and simple. So let's see, what's this? The close is 530 and a quarter. The open is 530 and a quarter. Okay, so we're good there. All right, so all right, and then boom, it's gone. So and right to, oh, you don't fucking say. You don't say. All right, I'm not gonna show the chart. I don't want to be doing that anymore. Just trust me on my mother's grave. I bought it from here and fucking ended up getting out right here. You know, and this trade here, right here, got out here. I mean, got in here, got out right there. Why? Because I'm not trying to be a part of it. I'm not trying to sit all day. I will not sit all day. But I will say this though. I understand that the PM session will most likely end up pushing it, right? Because it's a delayed gratification. It's a time distortion. That's what they do. We would just love for it to go straight up, right? But obviously it's not going to do that sometimes, obviously. So, but this right here, when it rated this, and I understood that logic that I just told you of the real range coming back, I was like, bro, buy it. I was like, nah, you're done. You're not going to mess around. I was doing some other shit. And I was like, nah, and sure enough, fucking right, man. And we're up here. So again, still laying on this 25% of that weekly gap. I'm sorry, the weekly wick of last week, which is considered a gap. But look at that, boy. Look at that. Come on, man. You can't make this shit up, bro. This is GOAT shit. This is the videos here, and I'm saying, yeah, I would like for it to just buy from up here, but obviously it's a little myopic and unrealistic, and especially this was a bearish day close. So I said that will most likely come back in. Why? Why do I not care? Because when I bought this, I wasn't holding it to bust through. Day trading, beautiful. I've already got the points. All right, so of moving up. So the point is that we understand and it can retrace back, and then sure enough, I cannot get it better than this, dude. So what do? We came down, accomplished. We came up, accomplished. Up, okay, and then we've pushed up to, oh, obviously right there. So we've done this and we've done this. We're here fucking right now, and we're probably gonna bust through now. Right? It's 4 o'clock, of course, end of the fucking day, right? But just fire. I don't know what else I could tell you. It's just fire. And then again, like yesterday, lower lows here. We had higher lows here. And then this was lower lows here, and then you can see higher lows right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then at the time, this was when it sold off from here. When we were up there, why I was done. Wasn't playing around is obviously because we had like some lower lows like right there with Dow, but whatever, doesn't really matter. And then why this was such a beautiful buy, and here we go, we're busting through it now. So why I was saying this was a beautiful buy was because we had a lower low here and a nice divergence, and then we had higher lows here, right? So just couldn't have asked for could have been better except for the beginning part of the day. But they decided to rate it more, which is fine. And don't really care what dollar's doing right now. And then Dow pushing up more. Okay. Nvidia was pretty much holding up the market. And sloppiness here. But look at the gaps. Look at the gaps with Dow. Look at the gaps. Dude, that is illiquid. That is not enough liquidity there, buddy. Shit dead. And then we came into that breakout area. They pushed down again, and then pushed back up. So we're bullish, didn't I? Did I say we're gonna buy for the next 10 days on the 20th? Didn't I say that? All right, it's the 6th, right? We're looking for buys. And I don't know. I don't want to get into this. Really don't want to get into this. It's ugly. Not as nice as my baby, though. My baby's clean. Again, wasn't easy, but this logic that I'm describing and I'm explaining, okay, you know, we didn't seal it, by the way, but whatever, it's fine. And then it was a little iffy with you're like, how might I known to still buy this? Well, besides that logic of that structure that I gave, right, and then shifting above this. We're both, we want to start going up now, right? So yesterday was not most likely because it's Monday and all that, and here's Tuesday. It's going to be the low of the week, maybe. So you know, it's just common. And we didn't take out the Asia low. See the Asia low, but this is a pretty big range for Asia low. This is when I would consider not worrying about it getting stop hunted. Excuse me, because they've already done this shit right here, which is pretty big, right? So coming down and obviously getting this pre-New York and then the logic I just explained here. They didn't take those guys out. See those guys right there? You're like, well, why didn't they take them guys out at least? Well, number one, because we're still in this. We're in this inversion, and we've already done damage. They already did damage by coming down here. And again, for them to retrace this all the way to down here, you know, it's like, you know, give the guy a bone. You know, like he survived, and it's like, well, we're not gonna just murder him to the fullest, right? We're just gonna make him we're gonna make his stomach hurt by coming this low, but you know, we're gonna reward him for staying in the trade, right? Because this is getting bigger players to stay, right? Too. But anyways, this is all just framework and logic, bro. There's nothing else I'm using, and look how I had when I took these buys. The buy from here to here and the buy from here to here. Notice this is still my target. This is my minimum. This is why I start trailing, because I hit my minimum. I don't care if it doesn't go up, but I know we're coming above this liquidity and imbalance. Period. Right? Coming outside of the gap, right? But I try to push it out and get locked out. But notice how this is my goal. But look what happened. Did I wait all day to get it? I could have, and I should have, because I told myself, I'm like, bro, just hold it, bro. Don't worry about it. But I was like, nah. I took this from here to here, and then I took this from here to here. You put that on top of that, I've already got up there. And why am I saying it like that? Because number one, I didn't have to sit all day and really get too involved. Number two, I'm fair. Number three, as a day trader and my phase of 9:30 to 11:30 sweet spot, how do I look like sitting here till well, here's market on close now, right? I don't even know what time this candle was, and I knew this was the market on close, right? So, you know, and I could have been a participant, yeah, but dude, I don't want to overstay my welcome. I want to have the best probability for success in a day, and I'm also implementing consistency. Come on, man. My price is going up, guys. Okay, just so you know, it's going up from free to $5,000. All right, now it might be 10,000. Right? I mean, come on. I'm doing this every day. Again, I'm not trying to be arrogant. But the point of me saying all this is because of the fact that you can't make it up. I didn't have to have you in a Discord all day. All right? I don't care about that shit. I'm not trying to make money off no goddamn Discord either. Okay? The point is that I do this, and I'm giving you logic that's working the day before. Okay? You want to be by yourself and seeing how you can participate in this move, understanding. Yes, it's not going to just buy and go straight the fuck up. But after today's video, you're going to really feel what I be talking about. And what I'm talking about, oh man, you don't say. You don't say. Notice how I have that circle to go above that. Why? Because the previous day's high is right there. Look to the right. Look where the circle is. Look to the right. That's the high of the yesterday's high. So you're going to say, well, dude, well, you could have still held it. And I could have, bro. But guess what? By me getting this and getting this, I got up here already. Number one. Number two, I didn't have to wait all day. And number three, that's that consistency, not having to. Because, you know, if it would have pulled back again like it did yesterday, I would have been flaming. Right? Not flame, but it would have fucking sucked. And there's no reason to give back profit. But where I could have did something better today is bought this. Because I knew it was going to buy right here. I literally knew it was going to buy here when it fucking got here. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm not trying to sit here and just be, you know, trading. So anyways, yeah, fire. And well, what are we doing next? Well, I told you guys the target for the month is I would like to get up here. Before I get up here, I would like to get up here because of the fact that it's broke through. Very simple. And then above that is liquidity. And then boom, the next level is that 75%. I got it there. Remember, we were buying underneath that 50. Go watch yesterday's video if you don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is my target for the end of the month. And generally, yeah, we'd love to get up here, but we'll see if they make it. Otherwise, just I'm flowing and keeping it simple. So, and that's it. What else? They're probably going to take that day high today. And fuck off, motherfucker, because guess what? They didn't give it to me. They didn't give it to me when I bought it right here. They didn't keep going. They weren't that nice to me. But I knew how to dash out with the fucking profit. I ain't giving it back, and I'm not losing out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, here's that push I was talking about with Nvidia. So pretty much pushing us all up, man. I don't know what else I could say as far as what tomorrow and the rest of this week. You know, I've already drawn it, so we've got this. I don't know, however they fucking do it, bro. I mean, you know, however they do it. So I don't know. Probably Asia, London will push up. They're squeezing these motherfuckers out right here. Okay? And before it gets here, we might get a quick pullback back here. And then we continue tomorrow buying. Been bullish, saying we're buying. And then you guys take care. God bless.